So tonight's video before lovely Samhain starts tomorrow is fall favorites. I think I'm gonna just do a little bit of favorites video here. One, to talk about something that I think is pretty awesome and give a little shout out, but also you get to the end of a season, end of a cycle. As far as I'm concerned, like, fall is still very much a thing. Get that winter shit away from me till the end of November, but it does feel like a nice midway point so I can talk about the fun things. So for this fall, some of my favorites have definitely been with spell work, is working with scent specifically, but scent that does not involve burning things. That cinnamon broom that's on the back of my freaking door, ooh, that has been mwah, all of this entire season. I know there are some magic associations with putting a broom specifically on the back of your door, and cinnamon has all sorts of positive, happy things, and I've really been indulging more so into the teas, to cinnamon cookies, to, you know, baking more, always adding a shit ton of cinnamon. Cinnamon always goes in the coffee every morning, even more so than it has been. So I have been really enjoying cinnamon, but specifically not just cinnamon, but other smells as well. I have my dragon's blood spray, anything that's not smoke related. And I think honestly that just comes from the fact that scent has for me always been a good trigger to get me into a very comfy, cozy space. And so at least getting my space that I'm not able to leave too often smelling very different and very cozy for this time of the year has been my #1 thing with giving myself that little bit of okay, so take a breath, we'll get through this. And I just don't like the smoke because there was smoke outside and it tried to make me not breathe. So I'm not that big of a fan. I lit some herbs along with some cedar chips in my cauldron the other day for a little bit of a spell. And even that, I had to immediately like open my windows with just a smidgen of smoke because I was like, nope, I can see a smidge of it and it, nope. Second favorite that I will say is I've really enjoyed curating outfits and makeup and doing a lot of glamour magic, I guess. It's not as been so, sometimes it's very deliberate. Like sometimes I'm very much like, okay, no, wait, I need this. So I'm gonna look into the color associations and how to combine them. Like the outfits have been not just like, oh, what aesthetically looks good, but also a very conscious combination of this color with this because I'm curating a thing and I'm going to mimic that in the makeup. Even as simple as just, I'm not going nowhere. Maybe at most I went to the grocery store that day. Specifically also with my eye makeup and doing darker looks. I don't know, I haven't leaned as much into really dark lipsticks and looks as of recent. Like I still of course have a shit ton of black on, but like as you can tell I've been dabbling with other colors and most of that has come from me looking for associations within colors and fabrics and curating a certain glamour that eventually oomphs, or I guess in a way triggers for me a very different type of association. It's funny because in glamour magic, and so often I think is linked to spells on others, right? We use our appearance or a deception of an appearance to trigger something in others. And because I'm not saying that many people, it's much more of a triggering for me. And the fact that I'm just doing it so consciously, I'm so specifically picking out outfits, I'm very specifically picking out certain clothing items when I need to feel safe and secure, or when I need to feel a little more free-flowing, versus if I'm feeling a little less of that foundation is there, like I'm feeling that chaotic energy a bit too much, I pick something more structured. It's a very conscientious way of pulling in associations through my outfits and my look. The next thing, third favorite that I've been doing, is having tea time with tarot, with some crystals, with my lovely fancy teacup, and some of my favorite teas that are of course cinnamon based because, as I said before, cinnamon everything. And one of the things that I've been doing with that is my grandmother has started a nice little business on the side to help make her a little extra money during the wonderful, horrid year that is 2020. So her thing here, she just put out some fall elements for it. little photo of what she's doing over there. Anyway, it's the Needlework Nanny. So it's a Needlework Nanny. It's my grandmother. She has a bunch of different pot holders. I use them as like coaster cozies mostly type of things. I put it under my Chemex that I will, again, more photos. I'm like, over here, there's room for the photos over here. But I use it for that. I use it with always with my tea. I bought a white set of all the ones that she makes. I've been really enjoying that as well. Just having a time to like have a full on aesthetic midday moment to give my day more structure and to, I don't know, just really like, again, curate a space. Like I'm going to set up a scene, a moment, so then while my mind and like my body and the outside world may feel very chaotic, I can at least set up a thing in a place for a bit of calm, a bit of, you know, just, okay, everything here in this moment is good. And so taking a time with tarot every day, doing my daily draw in the middle of the day, to take a breath, gives myself some structure, and to imbibe in some things that my grandmother herself has made by hand is really awesome. So I will put the link below to her Etsy shop if you guys would at least go check it out and see if there's something you would like to purchase. That'd be awesome. But I will put that link down below so you can go check out her stuff, or at least go follow her on Instagram at the Needlework Nanny. But yeah, tea and tarot in the middle of the day, which is interesting because I used to feel very weird about pulling my tarot, and if I did a daily draw, it was always the beginning of the day or the end of the day. I always wanted to either review and see what accuracies or what other lessons I could have learned, or I wanted like a full-on prediction. And this is like weirdly in between. And it's nice. I think mostly I just like the moment in the middle of the day. And I like the bit of the review. I like the moment to take and possibly adjust, like to switch up, like, okay, this is the card. I can see how this applies. Let's move forward. But also it's mostly just for the breath. And tarot does the wonderful thing as it pulls me out of my current situation. It makes me look at things from a totally different lens. I can't just analyze things in a very yes, no, practical manner. Tarot pulls me out of that entirely. And so doing it in the middle of the day, I think, is a really great way for me to just, I don't break that constant negative cycle I can get trapped in my head a lot. So having my tea time in the middle of the day with my tarot, having a whole little witchy moment. Mwah. Anyway, tomorrow will be one more video, and I hope you all have a blessed Samhain if you celebrate. And I will see you in the next video tomorrow. And that is the end of the talking video, so I hope you guys enjoyed Utober, even if it wasn't the full 31 videos. Bye bye.